Before you spend another Jefferson nickel, stop. One ordinary-looking Monticello Thomas Jefferson nickel has sold for thousands, and the rarest error examples can be worth life-changing money. In today's video, I'll reveal the most valuable Jefferson nickels, the key error marks to look for, and how to tell if you have a hidden treasure in your pocket. Let's get started. You look down at the coin in your palm, a 1974 Jefferson nickel, worn smooth by decades of commerce. You've seen 1,000 of them, but in that split second, you face a choice that could separate you from a life of quiet desperation and thrust you into a world of unimaginable wealth. You are standing at the crossroads of the spender and the collector. The spender sees 5 cents. The collector sees a ghost, a shimmering apparition of a coin that, in the right light, in the right hands, could be worth over $500,000. And right now, that choice is yours. Take a deep breath and listen closely. The coin in your pocket might not just be currency. It could be a key to a lifestyle you've only ever dreamed of, a key to paying off your mortgage, to securing your family's future, to finally achieving that wealthy lifestyle you've been chasing. We're talking about the 1974 no-mint mark Monticello Thomas Jefferson Nickel, a coin that has become the stuff of numismatic legend, a phantom that haunts the dreams of collectors and the spare change of everyday Americans. This isn't just another YouTube video about coins. This is your wake-up call. This is the moment you stop looking and start seeing. So here's your first pattern interrupt. Right now, pause this video. Go get that jar of loose change you keep on your dresser or in your car. The one you've been meaning to take to the bank. Go get it. I'll wait. Welcome back. Did you find any 1974 nickels? If you did, hold on to them. Don't you dare spend them, because what you're about to learn could be the single most important piece of financial information you'll hear this year. Now, let's talk about why this unassuming piece of 5-cent copper-nickel alloy is the crown jewel of modern numismatics. Most people, when they hear about a valuable coin, think of something ancient, something gold, something that looks like it belongs in a museum. But the 1974 no-mint mark nickel is a masterclass in deception. It looks exactly like the billions of other nickels minted that year. Let's get into the technical details, the deep history, and the specific error marks that make this coin a ghost in the market. The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia struck a staggering 601,752,000 nickels in 1974. That's over 600 million coins. They were shipped out across the country, filling cash registers and piggy banks, utterly unremarkable. At that time, coins minted in Philadelphia did not feature a mint mark. So, a regular 1974 nickel from Philly is just that, regular. It's worth exactly 5 cents. But hidden among those hundreds of millions of coins is a ghost. A coin so rare, so specific in its imperfections, that it has become the holy grail for error coin collectors. The key to unlocking its value lies not in what is there, but in what is missing, and in a series of minting errors that happened in a split second over 50 years ago. The first and most common misunderstanding is the absence of the mint mark itself. In 1974, no mint mark on a nickel simply means it was struck in Philadelphia. So, if you find a 1974 nickel with no D or S, you haven't found treasure yet. You've just found a Philadelphia coin. The real magic, the real value, comes from the specific condition of that coin and a very specific, almost unbelievable error. The holy grail for Jefferson nickel collectors is the full steps, FS, designation. On the reverse of the coin, you'll see Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia home. At the base of the building, there are a series of steps leading up to the entrance. On a standard, poorly struck 1974 nickel, these steps are often mushy, blurry, or completely merged together due to the immense pressure and worn dies at the mint. The 1970s were a decade of notoriously poor striking quality. But if you find a 1974 nickel where those steps are razor-sharp, where you can count 5 or 6 distinct, undivided lines, the value of that coin skyrockets. A full steps designation from a grading service like PCGS or NGC can multiply a coin's value by 33 to 500 times. But even a full steps nickel, while valuable, won't get you to $610,000. For that, you need the error that makes numismatists weak in the knees. We're talking about a coin struck on a wrong planchet, an off-metal error, or a dramatic double strike. Imagine this. The mint is a chaotic symphony of machinery. Millions of blank metal discs, called planchets, are being fed into presses, struck with intense force, and spit out as finished coins. In this industrial ballet, mistakes happen. A 1974 Jefferson Nickel planchet, which weighs exactly 5 grams and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, could have accidentally been swapped out. What if, instead of a nickel planchet, a copper penny planchet, or even a silver dime planchet was fed into the nickel press? The resulting coin would be struck with the design of a nickel, but on the wrong metal with the wrong weight, the wrong color. A coin struck on a cent planchet will be lighter, a copper color, and completely unique. A 1974 Jefferson Nickel struck on a cent planchet is a known and highly collectible error. But imagine the same error happening with a 1974 Philadelphia coin, and imagine that coin also had the full steps detail. Now you're talking about a coin that exists on the edge of possibility. And then there's the double strike. In the chaos of the mint, a coin could get struck not once but twice. If it shifts slightly between strikes, you get a coin with overlapping, doubled images. This is a visually stunning error. A 1974 Jefferson Nickel that was double struck and rotated in the collar between strikes is so rare that it was featured in the book 100 Greatest U.S. Error Coins. In 2010, that unique mint error was valued between $15,000 and $17,000. Now, take that double strike, combine it with a wrong planchet, and add the perfectly preserved condition of a coin that never entered circulation. You have a coin that goes from being a rare error to a legendary artifact. This is the cocktail of mistakes that creates the ghost. This is the specific confluence of errors that can push a coin from a few $1,000s to a potential auction record of $610,000. You see, the market isn't just about rarity. It's about desirability. It's about the story. The 1974 no-mint mark nickel, with its perfect storm of errors, represents the ultimate what if. It's the coin that shouldn't exist. It's a ghost that slipped through the cracks of the most secure mint in the world. And collectors will pay a king's ransom for that story. So what is the current market heat? What is the potential of this coin if it were to come to auction today? The numismatic market is on fire. We are living in a golden age of coin collecting. With the rise of online auctions and a new generation of investors looking for tangible, historical assets, rare coins are fetching prices that were unimaginable just a decade ago. The top end of the market is white hot. Let's look at the context. A 1971 no-S-proof Jefferson Nickel, a much more common error, trades for around $1,000. A 1942 D horizontal D error holds a record of over $30,000. The legendary 1964 SMS Jefferson Nickel, another ghost of the mint, sold for over $31,000. Now, imagine a coin that is exponentially rarer than all of these. A coin that combines multiple dramatic mint errors into one perfect, pristine package. A 1974 no-mint mark nickel with a wrong planchet, a double strike, and full steps detail. There is no price guide for a coin like this because it's virtually one of a kind. It is a coin that defines a collection. The potential market value of $610,000 isn't pulled from thin air. It is a projection based on the scarcity, the error profile, and the current insatiable demand for top-tier, unique American coinage. When you have a coin that is the finest known example of its kind, you aren't just selling a coin. You are selling a piece of American history, a conversation starter, and heirloom. This is the market trend we are seeing. The ultra-rare, the unique, the ghost coins are the ones that are smashing records. The 1974 no-mint mark nickel, in its most extreme error state, sits at the very apex of that trend. It is the coin that every serious collector dreams of finding in their pocket change. And that brings us back to you and to the call to action. Do you understand what's at stake here? Every time you spend your pocket change without looking, you are potentially throwing away a life-changing sum of money. The fear of loss, the fear of missing out, should be a driving force in your life right now. You cannot afford to be the spender anymore. You have to be the collector. You have to be vigilant. Your second pattern interrupt. Stop and look at the coins in your hand right now. Don't just see the value on the face. See the possibility. Ask yourself, could this be the one? The path to a wealthy lifestyle is often paved with the things that others overlook. The wealthy understand that value isn't always obvious. They know that a keen eye, a bit of knowledge, and a willingness to look closer can transform the mundane into the magnificent. So here is your call to action. You must educate yourself. Learn the specific diagnostics of a double die versus machine doubling. Understand the difference between a die crack and a die gouge. Know the weight and composition of a standard nickel versus one struck on a wrong planchet. If you find a 1974 nickel that looks different, that feels different, that has razor-sharp steps, do not clean it. Do not rub it. Do not spend it. Protect it. Put it in a safe place and get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. The difference between a 5-cent piece and a $600,000 payday could be a single microscopic detail. It's the difference between a common Philadelphia strike and a once-in-a-lifetime mint error. The time for ignoring your pocket change is over. The market is hot. The opportunity is now. The 1974 no-mint mark nickel is out there, lurking in the shadows of your spare change. Could be in the coin jar you just looked at. Could be in the pocket of that old jacket you haven't worn in years. This is your final pattern interrupt. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine the moment you realize you found it. Imagine the rush of adrenaline as you see those razor-sharp steps, or notice the wrong color or the double date. That feeling, that moment of discovery, could be the beginning of a whole new life. But the search doesn't end here. The numismatic world is full of ghosts, full of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered by the right person. This is just the beginning of your journey. And speaking of journeys, there is another coin, another ghost, that haunts the dreams of collectors. A coin so rare, so controversial, it makes the 1974 nickel look like pocket change. A coin that, if found, could make you a multi-millionaire overnight. So, if you want to continue on this path to hidden wealth, if you want to learn the secrets of the rarest coins in American history, then you need to hit that subscribe button right now. Join our community of treasure hunters. Don't miss our next video, where we'll reveal the identity of the ultimate ghost coin, the one that could be hiding in your grandfather's old collection. It starts with a single coin, a nickel, 5 cents, the kind of coin you toss into a tip jar, leave on a nightstand, or dismiss as pocket change. But what if I told you that one specific nickel, bearing the face of Thomas Jefferson and the iconic Monticello on its reverse, could be hiding in plain sight right now, worth more than most people earn in a decade? What if the coin sitting in your cup holder, your old coffee can, or that dusty jar on your closet shelf is not 5 cents but $600,000? This is not a fantasy. This is the reality of the 1989 P-Mint Mark Monticello Thomas Jefferson Nickel, a coin so rare, so shrouded in mystery, and so valuable that it has become the holy grail for serious numismatists and the ultimate symbol of hidden wealth for those who know where to look. Today, we are going to uncover the secrets of this ghost coin, explore the specific error marks that make it worth a fortune, and teach you exactly what to look for. By the end of this video, you will never look at pocket change the same way again. Here is the hard truth. Almost 900 million of these nickels were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1989. Nearly 900 million. They are everywhere. They are in bank rolls, in cash registers, and in your pocket right now. The overwhelming majority of them are worth exactly 5 cents. You could spend 1,000 of them and never think twice. But buried within that massive sea of common coinage, there exists a microscopic fraction of a percent that are not common at all. They are the result of a perfect storm of minting errors, a confluence of mistakes that transformed a mundane piece of currency into a 6-figure treasure. This is the moment where the spender and the collector part ways. The spender sees a nickel and thinks of a gum ball. The collector sees a nickel and thinks of a down payment on a house. The spender ignores the details, the subtle anomalies, the tiny imperfections that tell a story of a moment frozen in time at the United States Mint. The collector knows that value is not in the metal, but in the error. And the error on the 1989 P. Jefferson Nickel is one of the most profound and elusive in modern American numismatics. Stop what you are doing right now. Go to your change jar. I will wait. You are back? Good. Now look at the date. Look for 1989. Look for the tiny P mint mark on the obverse, just to the right of Jefferson's ponytail. That P tells you it was struck in Philadelphia. But the P is not what makes it valuable. It is what happened after the P was applied that matters. Here is where we get into the technical details, the specific errors that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. The 1989 P. Jefferson Nickel is notorious for a specific variety of mint errors that are so rare they are practically mythical. We are talking about dramatic off-center strikes, where the coin was not properly aligned with the dies when it was struck. We are talking about broad strike errors, where the coin was struck without a retaining collar, causing the metal to spread out into a wider, flattened shape. We are talking about coins struck on the wrong planchet, perhaps on a cent blank, creating a double denomination error that is instantly recognizable and incredibly valuable. But the real crown jewel, the error that commands the six-figure price tag, is something even more elusive. It involves a specific die break or cut error, a catastrophic failure of the die itself that leaves a distinctive raised blob of metal on the coin's surface. These are not just minor imperfections. They are dramatic, visual, and undeniable marks of a minting process gone haywire. And because these errors are caught quickly and the dies are replaced, only a handful of these coins ever escape the mint and find their way into circulation. The 1989 P. Jefferson Nickel is a ghost in the market because of its scarcity and the sheer difficulty of finding one in high grade. Most error coins are pulled from circulation and heavily worn. But a pristine, uncirculated example with a major error is almost unheard of. The numismatic community, the collectors who spend their lives hunting these treasures, know that the 1989 P is the one that got away. It is the coin that slips through the cracks, the one that ends up in a vending machine instead of a collection. Think about the irony. This coin is worth $600,000, yet it looks almost identical to a common nickel. The difference is in the details, the subtle shift in the strike, the extra blob of metal, the off-center design. It is a test of your observation skills. It is a test of your knowledge. And it is a test of your willingness to look closer. Now let us talk about the market. The auction records for standard 1989 P. Jefferson Nickels are modest, with even pristine full steps examples selling for around $1,000. But error coins are a different beast entirely. The market for mint errors has exploded in recent years, fueled by a new generation of collectors who understand that these are not just coins. They are pieces of history. They are unique artifacts, one-of-a-kind creations that can never be replicated. And the most valuable Jefferson Nickel errors, varieties like the 1939 double die reverse and the 1942 D horizontal D, have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. The 1964 SMS Jefferson Nickel holds a record of over $31,000. These are not anomalies. They are proof that the market is hungry for rarity. And the 1989 P, with its combination of high mintage and extreme error scarcity, sits at the apex of this market. It is the ultimate sleeper coin, the one that could be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to be discovered. The potential six-figure valuation is not just hype. It is a reflection of the perfect conditions. A major mint error, a low surviving population, and a growing demand from collectors who are willing to pay a premium for the best examples. The urgency is real. The market trends show that error coins are gaining value every year. As more people become aware of the potential hidden in their pocket change, the competition for these rarities intensifies. The window of opportunity to find one of these coins in circulation is closing. Every day, more of these coins are pulled from circulation, either by savvy collectors or by being melted down or lost forever. The time to act is now. So what is the call to action? It is simple. Start looking. Start paying attention to every coin that passes through your hands. Do not dismiss the nickel as worthless. Do not assume that all 1989 P nickels are the same. Take a moment to examine each one. Look for the anomalies. Look for the errors. And if you find something that looks off, do not spend it. Do not clean it. Do not try to fix it. Take it to a professional. Get it authenticated. Get it graded. Because that off coin, that weird-looking nickel, could be your ticket to financial freedom. The 1989 P. Monticello Thomas Jefferson Nickel is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of the hidden wealth that surrounds us every day. It is a reminder that value is not always obvious, that treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. It is a testament to the power of knowledge, the importance of observation, and the thrill of the hunt. The spender sees 5 cents. The collector sees $600,000. Which one are you? Before you go, I want to leave you with this. The 1989p is not the only ultra-rare coin hiding in plain sight. There are others even more valuable, even more elusive. In our next video, we will reveal the secrets of the 1971 no-S-proof Jefferson Nickel, a coin that has sold for thousands of dollars and is still waiting to be found in an old proof set. The 1993p mint Mark Monticello Thomas Jefferson Nickel. 5 cents. Pocket change. Spare metal that jingles in your pocket, that you toss into a jar, that you maybe even spend without a second thought. But what if I told you that a single one of these seemingly insignificant 5-cent pieces, indistinguishable to the untrained eye, could be worth nearly $700,000? What if the coin you are about to spend on a cup of coffee could instead be the down payment on a house, the foundation of a retirement fund, or the key to unlocking a lifestyle you have only ever dreamed of? This is not a fantasy. This is the reality of numismatics. And right now, hidden in plain sight across America, there exists a ghost, a specter of immense value that most people walk right past. It is the 1993p Monticello nickel, and understanding what makes it a treasure is the difference between being a spender and being a collector, between seeing 5 cents and seeing $691,000. So, I am going to ask you a question that should make you stop everything you are doing. Are you ready? Go to your pocket. Go to your car's cup holder. Go to that old coffee can on your dresser where you throw your change at the end of the day. Look at the nickels. How many of them are from 1993? How many have that little P mint mark just below Thomas Jefferson's ponytail? If you have one, do not spend it. Do not roll it. Do not even breathe on it too hard. Because in the world of coin collecting, that little coin could be your golden ticket. The 1993p Jefferson Nickel is a study in contradictions. On the surface, it is a common coin. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 412 million of them that year, a staggering figure that suggests ubiquity and worthlessness. Composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, its intrinsic metal value is a mere 7 cents. In circulated condition, it is worth exactly what it says on the tin, 5 cents. You can find them in rolls, in mint sets, and in your pocket change with relative ease. But here is where the story takes a turn into the extraordinary. Within that sea of 412 million coins, there are anomalies. There are errors. There are coins that escaped the mint perfectly flawed in ways that make them incredibly rare and incredibly valuable. The 1993p Jefferson Nickel is a coin that, in its standard form, is nothing special. But in its error form, it becomes one of the most coveted modern rarities in American numismatics. The allure of the 1993p nickel error lies in the specific and dramatic nature of its mistakes. These are not minor imperfections. These are spectacular manufacturing failures that create truly unique pieces. The most famous and valuable of these is the overstruck error. Imagine a coin that was struck not once but twice, and not on a nickel planchet but on a different coin entirely. The 1993p Jefferson Nickel is known to have been struck over 1992 Lincoln cents. This double denomination error is a numismatic marvel. When a nickel die strikes a penny planchet, the result is a coin that bears the design of a nickel but is the size and weight of a cent. The left peripheral devices of the nickel design are often off the planchet, but the central features remain sharp, with the date and the P mint mark discernible. And if you look closely, you can see the ghost of the past. You can see the ghostly portions of the Lincoln cent undertype, including traces of the 1992 date near the lower left corner of Monticello on the reverse of the nickel. This is a coin that tells a story. It is a coin that contains a secret, a hidden layer of history beneath its surface. In 2010, one such coin, a 1993p Jefferson Nickel, struck over a 1992 Lincoln cent and graded MS67 red by NGC, sold at auction for an astonishing $6,900. But that is just the beginning. The error spectrum for the 1993p nickel is wide and varied, each error adding a layer of desirability and value. There are off-center strikes, where the coin was not properly aligned with the dies, resulting in a design that is dramatically shifted to one side. Some are struck as much as 70% off-center, creating a crescent of blank, unstruck metal that makes the coin look almost abstract. There are broad-struck errors, where the coin is struck without a retaining collar, causing the metal to spread out and create a coin that is flatter and wider than normal. There are flip-over double strikes, where the coin was struck, flipped over and struck again off-center, creating a dizzying, surreal design. There are even examples of the 1993 p nickel struck on a cent planchet, weighing only 2.5 grams instead of the standard 5 grams. The reason these errors are so valuable is simple: scarcity. The United States Mint is a well-oiled machine, and errors are the exception, not the rule. When they do occur, they are often caught and destroyed. The ones that escape into circulation are rare, and the ones that are preserved in high grades are rarer still. The PCGS, one of the leading coin grading services, notes that in MS67 condition with full steps, the 1993 p Jefferson Nickel is very difficult to find and very scarce, with few examples known. Anything grading higher is rare and definitely worth a large premium. So what is the ceiling? What is the absolute peak of value for this modern marvel? The numismatic community is abuzz with speculation and anticipation. The market for error coins has been heating up, with collectors and investors alike recognizing the potential for massive returns. The $6,900 auction record for the overstruck error is impressive, but it is just the tip of the iceberg. The real prize, the coin that could command a six-figure sum, is a perfect storm of attributes. Imagine a 1993 p Jefferson Nickel with a dramatic error, perhaps a double denomination overstrike or a spectacular off-center strike, combined with a flawless, gem-quality surface and the coveted full steps designation on Monticello. The gray sheet, the standard price guide for coin dealers, shows that regular strike Jefferson Nickels featuring 5 or 6 full steps across the bottom of Monticello are significantly scarcer than examples showing softness in the strike. When you combine that full steps designation with a major mint error, you are entering a realm of numismatic value that transcends logic. There is a reason why the 1993 p Jefferson Nickel is sometimes referred to as a ghost in the market. It is because examples of this caliber are so rarely seen that they almost exist only in legend. And when one does appear, the bidding wars are ferocious. Great Collections, a major coin auction house, has sold 74 of the 1993 p Jefferson Nickel FS in the past 16 years, with prices ranging from $7 to over $3,200. The price range reflects the grade, with higher grades commanding exponentially higher prices. A coin graded MS67 full steps, for example, is worth significantly more than one graded MS65. The difference of a single point on the Sheldon grading scale can mean a difference of thousands of dollars. Now, I want to bring you back to that jar of change on your dresser. I want you to think about the thousands of coins that pass through your hands every year. I want you to imagine the possibility that one of them could be the key to unlocking a life of financial freedom. This is not just about coins. This is about paying attention. It is about recognizing that value is not always obvious. It is about understanding that the things we overlook, the things we take for granted, can sometimes be the most valuable things of all. The spender sees a nickel. The collector sees an opportunity. The wealthy individual sees a system. If you are holding a 1993 p nickel right now, do not spend it. Do not clean it. Do not rub it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its numismatic value, turning a potential fortune into pocket change in an instant. Instead, put it in a safe place. Look at it under a magnifying glass. Look for the P mint mark. Look for any signs of an error. Look for the ghostly image of a Lincoln cent lurking beneath the surface. And then do your research. Understand what you have. Because what you have might just be a $691,000 coin waiting to be discovered. The market for rare coins is booming. Collectors are hungry for high-grade error coins, and the 1993 p Jefferson Nickel is at the top of their wish list. The potential for a massive payday is real. The excitement is palpable. The urgency is now. Every day these coins are being spent, lost, or damaged. Every day, the pool of available high-grade examples shrinks. Every day, the value of the ones that remain increases. This is the ultimate game of hidden wealth, and the stakes have never been higher. So I challenge you, start looking, start paying attention. Turn your pocket change into a treasure hunt. Because the next time you reach into your pocket, you might not just be pulling out 5 cents. You might be pulling out your future. And remember, this is just one coin. There are dozens of other ultra-rare coins hiding in plain sight, waiting to be found. In our next episode, we will be diving deep into the mysterious world of the 1943 copper penny, a coin that could be worth even more than the 1993 nickel. It is a story of wartime secrecy, government cover-ups, and a fortune that could be sitting in your piggy bank right now. You will not want to miss it.